Yo, what is going on, Night Nation? I'm just playing. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy, Night, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Pixie / Glass Cannon archetype for fighting games. Pixies and Glass Cannons are very similar with very minor differences, but they all kind of do the same thing. This should be a pretty quick video in comparison to the one last time, because there's really only a little bit you need to know about them, but I guess without further ado, let me tell you about Pixies. So, a Pixie character in fighting games is a character that has faster movement, like crazy amounts of plus frames, a lot of pressure, but at the downside of being pretty much made of paper and being the lowest health character in the game. The face of the archetype, and pretty much the main example everyone goes to, is Chip from Guilty Gear. It is Chip's turn 99% of the time. He is plus on a lot of his moves. His base movement speed is just faster than the other characters. He has a whack ton of mobility, but he dies in pretty much 2 Potemkin grabs, so people say it kind of balances it out. To be fair, it has always been a hot debate in the fighting game community whether low health is a balance for incredible stats. Take Akuma from Street Fighter, for example. This is another character that I would classify as a Glass Cannon or a Pixie character. Akuma is pretty notable because he is a derivative fighting style of the main character of the series, which is literally the guy that made the all-rounder archetype, being Ryu. Ryu is an all-rounder, but Akuma is just better Ryu in pretty much every way. Ryu has fireballs, Akuma has the same fireball that he can also charge, and an air fireball on top of that. He has way more damage, way more combos, he's faster, he has better grabs, he has crazier mobility. He is literally just better rushdown demonized Ryu in every way, but Akuma has the downside of, again, being made of pretty much paper. He's super squishy and dies the fastest out of all the characters in the game. Now, it is a debate. Some people think that having that lower health doesn't make sense just to make the character blatantly broken and give him low health as a balance, because it does seem a little bit of a cop-out. Some people think it's perfectly fine because they have to play almost perfectly because 1 or 2 punishes normally end the round for them, but that is kind of just the thing that you have to deal with when we're talking about Pixies. These are characters that are going to be in your face a lot of the time and feel super oppressive and unfair, only really being balanced out by being able to take a lot less hits than the rest of the cast. When it comes to the difference between Pixies and Glass Cannons, for me, there isn't really much of a difference, but the main thing people use to differentiate them is damage. For example, Chip isn't really a high damage character. Chip does not hit very hard at all, but he has a lot of pressure, a lot of plus frames, and a lot of setups, so he is generally considered a Pixie. Whereas a character like Akuma, his damage is not low. He is a Glass Cannon in the sense that he has high damage and low health, but some people wouldn't consider him a Pixie just because he has high base damage, making him less of the archetype in some people's eyes. The main takeaway with these characters, though, is that they have low health in exchange for crazy high damage and pressure potential. So if you're one of those people that like Sekiro type things where you want to play perfectly, these could be the characters for you. They're generally just like all-out aggression, even more so than rushdown characters, and they can kind of a lot of the time feel unfair. So if you like being that guy that has a lot of cheese and generally just like you feel oppressive, these might be the character archetypes for you because they're kind of built that way. They're kind of built to be OP, only balanced around you having to play perfectly defensively more of the time than your opponent does. I'll give you some examples of characters that I think really define this archetype, but again, a lot of people are kind of iffy on things being a Pixie or a Glass Cannon. For me, they've always just kind of been an interchangeable thing for low health, high damage, but some people do take the specifics a little bit more to heart. But for me, the main focus of the low health, high damage archetype has been Chip from Guilty Gear, Akuma from Street Fighter, Swiftmaster in DNF Duel, Phoenix in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and oddly enough, this one might come as a bit of a surprise, but I think it fits the bill, is Jigglypuff in Melee. Because if you think about it, she could be highly oppressive, but has the lowest durability. So I think Puff kind of counts as a Glass Cannon, but hey, that's just me. Anyone with low health, high damage can count here, but again, some people are kind of iffy depending on the Pixie Glass Cannon calling titles, whatever you want to say, but you know, I digress. Those are the main characters of the archetype, and pretty much when you hear Pixie or you hear Glass Cannon, you think they're squishy, but they're kind of made to be a bit more oppressive and take a lot of your health with their combos. But I mean, that is pretty much it. There's nothing really special special about them. They're just kind of glorified rushdown characters. It's a little bit taken to an extreme. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Pixies and Glass Cannons. If you guys, again, have anything else you would like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below. I read all comments. And if you could leave a really fast subscribe for your boy, that'd be kind of nice. We're going for, I think, the big 50 subscribers on the fighting game channel. We send those, we take those. But anyway, that's been me. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, have a good night.